art is derivative, you know? Every piece of art is derivative. We all take inspiration from someone else. It's just how art works. But don't just copy them completely. It's just cringe, man. You gotta be unique in some way. And loads of the shit I do is derivative, for sure. But I like to think that it's at least unique enough to not just be a clone. Because what's the point? Mamos wants to collaborate. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm getting to see this from the other side. This is based. Hold on. Let's see. So they get this thing that comes up with I want to collaborate. The guy was a potato at least. That's true. That is true. So then if I hit accept, what happens? Gets me straight in here. Well, it just gets me straight in here.
Oh, hey.
Whoa.
Oh, hey.
Okay, this is crazy. How can no one else get this to work?
Okay,
you just hit accept and it comes straight in.
You just I don't know. I just wanted you to get to see what it's like from the other side, I guess. So I'm not getting sound from you. So I'm not getting sound from you.
It's not as easy as I thought. Okay, fair enough. It says I'm coming through though. Fair enough. It says I'm coming through.
It's flashing, but I don't know. Maybe it's.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Testing. You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. It was coming through the wrong audio on my little box.
I see. So then you just had to go into the little audio thing and just select,
I just selected the correct one.
Okay, that's based. This is so simple, dude. I don't understand how all these fuckers are struggling, dude. You just press accept and it just pops up and you're like good to go.
Yeah, I'm even. You even got my camera there.
Holy shit! You can even cam up. Hold on, let me cam up. I don't know if it's gonna let me cam up because I'm in OBS as well.
I'm in OBS as well. What?
Yeah, but I'm using Camo Studio. Oh wait, hold on.
I'm using Camo Studio as well. You just select Camo.
Oh,
brother!
Hell yeah, this is sick, dude. This is sick. Hang on, you got a fucking MP7 on the wall there, my dude.
Not an MP7. It is a Xtar EP9. So it's the most budget of budget MP pistol caliber carbines.
That's the most American shit ever, dude. I love it.
I just put up the rack this weekend. Most of the guns there are Tarkov related, or as related as they can be.
Damn, that's kind of baller. I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of envy Americans in a way because, like, I would have a bunch of guns. You know, I like not having to worry about other people having guns. That is nice, but I would be like packing. You know, I'd be packing.
It's great. You really don't have to worry about other people having the guns as much as most other people think. But I also live kind of in the boonies. I live in the South, and I live in the country. So I hear gunshots all the time from other people just shooting on their land.
But it's most people like hunting and shit, or like they've got like targets set up.
Hunting or target shooting. I got a little target in my backyard. I mostly just shoot a 22 because I don't want to annoy the neighbors with my big, M1A.
Yeah, that's kind of badass though that you can just go out and do that. Like that's honestly kind of badass. The closest thing we've got is just archery.
Oh yeah, it's funny that
it's not exactly the same though, is it?
It's funny. One of the towns here in Texas, it's illegal to shoot a bow and arrow in your backyard because they consider it the same as a firearm. It's weird. Laws are weird, man.
Yeah, well, we have loads of like weird laws from like the medieval times and like the Middle Ages and shit, where like you're illegally allowed to own like a bow and shit, but it's because of all these weird like medieval laws and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can own like a long bow, but you can't own a short bow. It's like there's loads of weird shit like that because of like the 1400s and shit when we were just absolutely bowing every single person we were coming into contact with.
The English and their great longbow.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, you got to respect the longbow as well. I fire the longbow. It's badass.
Oh yeah, like you got all that weight and that power behind it, and you got to really pull because there's no mechanical advantage, like some of the recurve bows where they have the multiple materials and they're able to be shorter and compact. You got to put all that strength into it.
Yeah, and it takes me back to my roots. I feel like I can feel my medieval people. Lolly Red, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. It's a strange name, but I appreciate it. The lolly is hopefully just like lollipops or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's badass. I feel like I'm getting my medieval roots coming up. I feel like a medieval man again.
Very cool. So you had some questions for me.
Okay, yeah, obviously. Sorry. Let me load up a shot.
I don't want to distract you too much because I'll sit here and talk about guns and firearms and medieval stuff for hours.
No, I appreciate it. I fucking love that shit, dude. I made a video on Agincourt, which Agincourt is very special to British people because we destroyed the French. And fuck the French, am I right?
Well, I mean, they kind of did help us separate from you guys. A lot of people forget that.
Yeah, but that wasn't good though, was it? Come on, we should have. I think America should have stayed British. Like, come on, dude.
I think we work really good as friends, but
you're friend zoning the British. I get it. With your friend zoning the British, I understand.
I mean, y'all also did leave the EU, with your whole Brexit thing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, but that was a whole. Who even knows how that happened? I mean, I know how that happened. That was just pure David Cameron bullshit. But
yeah, that was.
We don't need to get into some David Cameron shit.
There was a lot of people voting for something that they're not going to feel the repercussions of, because this is it was basically the same thing we're going through right now. A lot of people voting for stuff that they're not going to feel the repercussions of in 20 years because they'll be dead.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like you guys are feeling the repercussions like right now, though, with all the shit that's going on, to be fair. Yeah. I'm assuming we're not pro-Trump in this house. There's no pro-Trumpers. Because, you see the guns and you kind of think that.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that people would think I'm any sort of right-leaning at all is I really like my firearms. But that's about it. That's about it.
I honestly respect it.
I'm very much like Forgotten Weapons, like Ian McCallum. I love learning like how they work, the different varieties, the history of why did people develop certain things in a certain way, and especially like early firearms development. You have all these different methods of operating systems and mechanisms because someone patented something. Well, now no one else can build it that way, even though that's technically the best way. So they got to come up with all these workarounds.
That's interesting. Like the patterns of actually rather than stopping creativity or innovation, they've increased it because they have to find a different way to do it.
Exactly. So people got to find other ways of making the same thing happen, but they can't do it in the same way.
Okay, that's kind of based. Okay, let's run through some of the standard questions. I think you know them already because you've been in the stream. But how do you feel about the Falklands, my dude?
That is a multi-tiered question. As an American, I'm not as educated on it as you guys. I know that Falklands was basically Argentina said this island is ours, and Britain said no, and it's still under Britain, I believe. Thank you guys. It's
a protectorate. I can give you a super quick rundown. And this is genuine. It's not me just being being British and stuff. This is genuine rundown. The French found it first. They went there. They didn't send it. They just found it. They didn't put any people there or set up settlements. And then we came in and we're like, all right, well, we're going to set some settlements here. And the French were like, hang on, we don't want you to do that. And we were like, well, you're French, so who gives a fuck? And we just set up our settlements anyway. But because it's close to Argentina, they're claiming sovereignty of it. They're like, it's close to us, so we should own it. In the 80s, they tried to take it over. They literally rolled up. It's like a population of 1,000 at the Falklands. It's super small. And the the Argentina, they rolled up with tanks and shit, and they took it over. They occupied it for a bit, and then Margaret Thatcher was like, "Fuck you! You can't have our land." She sent in the boys, and they took it back. So since then, it's been ours. But the Argentinians have been thinking about taking it back recently, which has brought up the new Falklands shit. But obviously, no one gives a fuck about Britain anymore or whatever. Even the people that live in Britain, so they don't really care. So I'm trying to get soldiers on the side
of the Falklands so we can save the Falkland people from the despair that the Argentinians will put them through.
I mean, I kind of view it in the same way that I don't want to bring up Ukraine, but kind of like Ukraine, like Russia says, "Hey, we're close enough. This used to be ours. We want it back," and Ukraine says no. I mean, the Falklands are the same way. Argentina says, "Well, you're right here. We might as well just govern you," but everyone in the Falklands says no. Daddy Britain, come back us up.
Exactly. Because a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, but they're just closer," and it's like, well, Britain is closer to France than Argentina is closer to the Falklands. Do we just own France now? It would be amazing if we did, but we obviously don't, and that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, you'll have some good food finally.
Okay, that's another contentious issue.
I'm joking. I actually learned a bit about that recently. How because of World War II and the rationing, that's why Britain has like such a bad rap for having not so great food.
Is that where that comes from? Because like I feel like we have like pretty good food, honestly.
I honestly do. I mean, I love fish and chips. I love some British staples, but I think that's what I'd heard. You know, just filthy American here. That's what I'd heard.
No,
it was the rationing after World War II kind of contributed to that notion that British food is kind of bland and tasteless. Well, everything was being rationed. Y'all import like what 60% of the food onto your island.
Yeah, for sure. And it's probably very similar now, where it's like, you know, we have so many different cuisines here. Like you can literally get any food you want in Britain from any different cuisine because like we just have them all.
Yeah, I mean, wars were fought over the spices you guys have.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, is that like you got like a trench shovel on your wall? Because that's also badass.
That is the shovel in Tarkov. That is the Spetsnaz.
That's sick.
A friend of mine gave that to me. It's the titanium blade. So right now it's a wall hanger, but I've actually used it outside to obviously dig holes and stuff.
Yeah, that's badass. That is badass. Maybe I need to get some like deactivated guns on my wall or something to really add to the production here.
Do like Jeremy Clarkson did in that Caravan episode, the deactivated AK.
Was it like, I haven't seen that, but was it like actually activated or something? I could imagine something that's like a Clarkson thing.
Yeah, they had an episode with taking caravans around, and he's like, I got this for my protection, pulls out a deactivated AK-47. Which I understand is still expensive to buy over there.
Yeah, I reckon about £1,000-ish.
Ooh. I felt bad when I paid like $600 for mine.
Yeah, and yours is like real, dude.
Yeah. and I got the drum mag for it.
Wait, let's see. Deactivated. I can do this on stream, right?
Yeah, got my.
Okay, no, I'm actually lying. You can get an AK-47 for 200 quid.
Oh, that's not bad. Especially for a wall hanger.
Yeah, that's kind of badass, honestly. I might consider that for sure. I think the ones I were looking at were like World War II replicas and shit.
Okay, but yeah, if it's just a wall hanger, I mean, why not?
Someone wants to know Puta Games wants to know who makes the AK.
So mine is a Romanian Wasser 1063. It's made off a Romanian parts kit sent over here. Sentry AK then takes it, puts a US receiver on it, and a US made barrel. There's a thing in the US called 922R or 933R. It's an import law saying imported guns have to have so many American made parts in them. It's a thing from, I believe, the Reagan era to stop imported guns because, American manufacturers don't want to compete with cheap imported guns. So it's got an American-made barrel, American-made trigger pack, a few other bits and bobs in there to make it legal. But it's a Romanian parts kit made by Sentry.
Damn, it's pretty American. It's pretty American.
It's as American as it is legally required to be. But yeah, AKA. Oh, you'll probably like this.
Hit me up. Hit me up. What we got?
You like Stargate?
I mean, I like P90s. I like P90s. Listen,
So I
yeah,
am
that's pretty badass.
I do not have a real suppressor. This is just a fake one.
Oh, it's just a okay. It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. My wife actually talked me into buying this. She I was gonna buy her a computer because we just moved, and I had taken a loan for moving and everything else, and I had quite a bit left over, and I was gonna pay most of it back. But I'm like, hey, I got a little bit left. I can get you a new computer. And she said, oh, don't worry about that. Get yourself a gun. Oh no, did we die? Did your stream
Wait,
die?
I think my capture has died. Hold on.
Oh no.
You can still hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Oh my god, why is my display captures not working?
Yeah, because I even turned my display capture on for our
There we
little
go.
interview here.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
I'm
we're
back. I'm back. Good about Stu, GG. Haven't laughed so much in ages. Hey, no worries, Space Cadet. Have a good sleep, brother. We'll be back again maybe tomorrow. Good
Well,
luck, Godspeed. Bless.
If you get back on tomorrow, let me know. I'll jump in. At least watch a
dude.
stream.
Hell yeah. Okay, so how long have you been? We'll do a couple of enders.
Okay.
Big love, Space Cadet. And then I might end the stream a bit of TOA. If Bevan is still here, then maybe it's a TOA ender. Do you play RuneScape as well, or you just Tarkov?
Mostly Tarkov. I've never played RuneScape. I know of it. I know some of the memes. Most of what I know is from watching your channel and another channel talk about RuneScape drama and issues.
Fair. How long have you been streaming, Mr. Mosin?
Probably about 4 years. It wasn't until last Christmas that I finally got affiliate. And just recently been putting a little more effort into it. Obviously, this last week has been a bit interesting. So I haven't been as steady, but I've been trying to like build an audience and meet more people. I've got about 2 or 3 people that regularly come into my stream when I stream now.
Hell yeah!
So it's not a job yet, but it's definitely fun. It's a hobby, and I get to meet interesting people like you, like one of my recent followers, possibly maybe playing train games. I've met a couple really cool people because I killed them on Interchange, and they came into my stream. We've been talking off and on.
Yeah, some of the people, I don't know, G-Spot is probably not here because it's too late, but like there's a bunch of people that have become regulars who we just met in raid, or like they killed me or I killed them. It is funny how that brings people into, you know.
It's literally the reason I started streaming is because of that. That's why my name in game's always been Mad Mosin Man TTV. It's as cringe as the TTV is. It is nice when people, oh, hey, did you just kill me? Or hey, did you just die on Woods? Yeah, that was me. Good GG's, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right, you know what we can end with? Let's get a bit spicy.
All right.
How do you feel about the ice stuff? How do you feel about the ice stuff at the moment in America?
Fuck ice.
Okay, that's fair.
I think it is a massive overreach. I think it is, most of the stuff they're doing is not legal. Aside from just being criminal, I think most of it's immoral. I think a lot of it is just to try and cause unrest so that they can send in, oh, hey, there's unrest and protests going on, so they can send more forces and troops and everything else in. I think that's what it all really is.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly. I also think it's weird how like a lot of the like super right wing people who claim to be a little bit more like libertarian, a little bit more like anti-government,
Yeah.
Are like super chill with having basically a Gestapo run around their country, like doing whatever the fuck they want. It's super fucking weird. It's super weird.
Yeah,
It's super weird.
It's ridiculous. The people that are like, oh, government overreach. It's like, what is government overreach but like a government entity going and kicking people's doors down? They just had a note, training document about because you need like a warrant to enter someone's house. Well, they just had a note that says, oh, well, you don't need like a judge warrant. You could just have one of these like bench warrants, I think they're called. It was a different type of warrant that doesn't carry the same legal power as like a judicial warrant. You can't use that to go into someone's house. But they're like, ICE is like, oh yeah, you can just do it. We don't really care. Like telling people to basically go against the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. Like the people who say they're all about protecting the Constitution and the liberties are saying, yeah, just ignore this one in our case because we're doing what we want. I don't
I feel
agree
like
with it.
Republicans haven't really given a fuck about that for like the last 10 years, to be honest with you.
It's all
Especially
about
with like
money.
the MAGA Republicans. But okay, well that was my only spicy question. So well, actually, I guess it wasn't really that spicy. It's only spicy if you're pro ICE, to be honest with you. That's the only time it would get spicy.
It's still a spicy question because it's, man, my wife freaks out about it. People, hearing on the news all the time, and just the recent thing with that ICU nurse that was killed recently. That's going to cause some stuff. I'm not looking forward to that.
For sure. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear. You're on that side. Honestly,
I'm one of those people that like I'm not going to really talk to you about politics because that's not what I enjoy talking about. But I'm not afraid to tell you what I feel.
See, I'm one of those annoying people who is basically trying to get everyone to talk about politics because it's just funny. People get really cagey, and I get it, but it is just fun. Just throwing that out there and be like, hey, what's the vibe? Even people here, if you ask people about the Falklands here, they get real fucking nervous and shit. And I'm like, come on, guys,
I'm not British or English, but I watch a decent amount of your entertainment. Me and the wife are actually have been watching Doctor Who for the past few weeks. 9th, 10th, 11th, and we're on the 12th Doctor now, Peter Capaldi. I'm a little bit aware of some of y'all's stuff. So when you started talking about the Falklands earlier, when I saw the notepad, I was like, oh, we're going to talk the Falklands.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, and because we're talking Falklands, just to cap it off.
Oh yeah, hit me.
I have my
I imagine you just pull out like a Falklands hat. I'd love that, dude. I'd lose my shit, dude.
I have my Argentinian-made Bursa Thunder 380, which is
shit, you're packing in that place.
Yeah. Well,
is it a double? What was the? Let's see the trigger on that again. Is that like?
It is double single action. This is a Argentinian copy of the Walther PPK James Bond's gun.
Damn.
That's really the reason I bought it, because I didn't want to spend $800 on a real Walther. So $300 on the Argentinian made copy.
Damn. Okay, that's sick. I mean, Argentinians, whatever, but like, still pretty sick. Still pretty sick. All right, brother. Well, I'm gonna hit a TOA before it's Bevan's bedtime, which is a RuneScape thing, by the way.
Well,
but I appreciate the call.
Likewise, I'm braving the cold because we're under that winter storm right now. That's why I haven't been streaming, because we got like all the heaters and stuff in the middle of the house. This is one of the far rooms, so I'm braving the cold for this talk.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, dude. I'm actually fucking boiling in here, and I don't know if it's just like the drunk warmth soaking in. I'm on like 12 shots now, so I think that's just like coating me in this nice little coat. But I appreciate you braving the cold. I appreciate you braving the cold in the stream room, dude. In the game room, the game we've had.
Yeah, it needs to be cleaned up. But before we start talking again, I'll let you go, because I know you got your TOA thing.
No, it's all good. It's all good. All right, brother. Take care. Have a good one.
All
Later.
right, you too, Joey.
God bless. God bless. Stay based.
You too, man. Love that guy. Okay. Let's end the stream.
For actually for knocking me. Someone actually knocking me for once. Absolute